we are women-owned and youth-operated social enterprise. So essentially we hire young women in the community between ages 16 and 24. We train them in sort of all the inner workings of running a small business, and in this case it's a cafe and a catering business, and then they run the business. So our staff are responsible for everything from customer service to doing inventory for the business, creating recipes, cooking the food, and then actually running the day-to-day operations of the cafe. With Mamacitas, we have these two branches, right? So we have our cafe, which we really call our home, and that's where we really set the culture. I think something that kind of distinguishes us from maybe like a nonprofit or like another kind of youth organization is that as opposed to having people kind of cycle in, get the training, and then cycle out, we really want the company to grow from the inside with folks that we train and hire, and ideally they really love what we're doing, it's a good fit, and they can continue to grow with the company. I think that's a little bit different than, like I said, other training programs that might train someone and then kind of, you know, have them move out of the training program.
A lot of the employees have been, well, a lot of the employees are young, and so they're kind of just starting to get into the work fields that they're interested in, and a couple of the employees in the past and present have been in certain situations that have made it hard for them to get jobs, and so Mamacitas focuses on helping these young women in being sustainable and finding jobs that they actually love, and like creating jobs for themselves that they actually love.
The beauty of Mamacitas is that we're really open to just supporting young people to just thrive, and you know that means so many different things. We don't really have any particular expectations besides giving them some more tools for their toolkit, you know, to leave and be successful. What we're really cultivating in Mamacitas is like a really strong sisterhood. I think our staff and us as business owners, we feel like a family. You know, we really love each other like a family. We encourage each other like a family, and we try to really uplift each other like a family. And I think that, again, with the aim of women feeling confident and empowered and strong and being able to thrive, having that base of support of people who really, you know, unconditionally encourage and believe in you is a really important part of like loving ourselves and feeling that respect for ourselves, and then, you know, going out into the community and expecting that same respect and love from others.
This is my first job actually, so I've learned everything. Like I learned how to manage money, how to run a business by myself.
It's a smaller business. I'm able to have personal relationships with the people I work with, and I'm also able to kind of put my own style into the cafe just because, like I said, we are a small business, and so we're listening to each other's ideas more than if I was working at a bigger cafe.
There's a lot of things that I'm having to combat being a young Black woman. There's a lot of male dominance in the food industry, and it's crazy because you have to play this game of like making sure that there's no sort of disrespect, but then you also can't be too sensitive to it.
I think that in terms of like how we want women to feel respected is we also want women to feel safe. And I think that a big part of feeling safe and being able to command respect and feel present in our bodies is also knowing how to like defend ourselves. And one way that we've kind of worked through that is we've actually provided self-defense training for our employees, and I think that is part of a longer journey for all of us as women, to feel, like I said, safe and whole and complete and strong in ourselves.
I was always feeling like I was just kind of working just to work, and I never really felt like I was doing anything really important. I always, at my last job especially, I felt like the people I work for didn't respect me. They didn't even, actually, the owners of the restaurant I work for didn't even know my name, which was so, like, looking back on it now that I work for a place that the owners are like my good friends, it just feels so crazy to me to think that I work for people who, if I was walking down the street, wouldn't recognize me.
You have a support team, really, and that's what this has become. Like, my coworkers have become my support team. I'm able to call them for almost anything.
Feeling like my opinion is valued and like my uniqueness is acknowledged is really important, and it feels really, really great. And I can't really go back to working for a company that doesn't hold those same morals.
I think we're able to be more caring. I think we're able to know what each other are going through, because we are all women, and we have a lot of things that are the same. Keep your head up and just do what you want to do, and don't make life hard on yourself, because life is already hard as it is.
Try not to compete with other women, because the unity of women is so very important.
I think the only reason I would have ever gotten into owning a small business was really with the intention of creating something beautiful. We need that. We really need women in particular to be creating things in our communities. So much of what we see and the infrastructure that we use, the ways that we kind of move through the world are dictated by systems that have been created by men. And that's not to demean all of the contributions of women, but we live in a very patriarchal, male, dominated society. And I think that what I would like to see is for more women, more things created by women, more businesses created by women, more spaces created by women, more buildings constructed by women, just things that have our particular fingerprint on it. That's what I would really like to see in our communities, are more women having the spaces to be able to feel empowered to create things that are meaningful for our communities.